day. Glad to have you on board today. I am Ugechi Sylvia Eze, a general practitioner. Um, Today I am talking about World Hearing Day. The 3rd of March every year is marked as World Hearing Day. It's an opportunity for us to talk about caring for our ears and prevention of deafness. It is important, yes, to talk about our ears because these precious gifts we have open us up to the world of sound. Um, think about the sound of music, the ability to participate in conversation, to hear the words, I love you, to hear the words, you're special. Do you know how we are able to get in these messages from our ears, and it is important that we care for our ears. So today I will be talking about ways that we can um, prevent deafness, and also what to do should we have any challenges or problems with our ears. So I'll start by things that we can do to protect our ears. So, starting from the skin, remember that in as much as we tend to think about the organ of hearing, these external portions of our ears, known as the pinnae, they act like, if I should say, funnels to kind of, should I say, gather the sound. So they need to be cared for because we can actually have outer ear infections. We could actually have eczema of the skin around the ears. So protecting the ears usually with cream, just as you cream your face, you cream your body, try to make sure that the ears are moisturized to prevent them getting dry. If we're going out in very intense sun, as much as we apply sunscreen to our skin, let us also apply sunscreen to our ears. For those of us who do ear piercings and multiple piercings, please ensure that you're having your ears pierced in licensed places, places that are that maintain aseptic, places who have got excellent standards of hygiene, because it's also important to be aware of blood-borne diseases. And also, for our ears, we should also try to prevent putting any objects in our ears. I know most times we would want to use cotton buds or sticks to clear out wax. We need to know that the ears are self-cleaning organs. The wax actually comes out by itself unless we find ourselves in situations of wax impaction. Usually after you've been examined by a doctor, then you have treatments given by the doctor. The problem with putting objects inside the ear is we run the risk of perforating our eardrums. We also run the risk of causing injuries and breaks to the skin, which could expose us to skin infections in the canal or the outer canal of the ear. So we've talked about keeping our skin moisturized, avoiding putting any objects inside the ear. We say avoid putting any object that's smaller than your elbow inside the ear. Third thing, for those of us who do a lot of swimming, we say please use some plugs to protect, or put some earplugs in the ear. This is because the ear canal curves and water tends to accumulate in the ear canal. When this happens, then you have bacteria multiplying there, and that can expose us to external ear infections. Number four, try to avoid very loud sounds. Very loud sounds can damage the sensory mechanism in the ear and predispose us to some levels of deafness. Then also, number five reason, or number five method of caring for our ears is ensuring that when we come down with ear infections, we should avoid the urge to self medicate and rather see a doctor, because the doctor will be in the best position to examine your ears and prescribe medication for ear infections. Poorly treated ear infections are a major cause of deafness, and also recurrent ear infections. In this case, you would need to have some more extensive investigations, like possibly taking some swabs from the ear and giving you the proper antibiotic that you need. Um, there's also the need to know the medications we take. Some medications have got what we call ototoxic effects. This means that they have a side effect of damaging the nerves in the ear. So we need to also read labels of the medications we take to find out if they can actually affect our ears. So when you go to see a doctor, most times you present to your general practitioner first of all. What we aim to do is to take a good history from the patient. So once you've told us what it is you've come in for, possibly pain in your ear, we want to know, when did it start? Are you having any discharge, any pus, or any bleeding from the ear? Was there any history of injury to the ear? Or, did you bang your head somewhere, any form of trauma? So once we've done taking a history, we examine. We start by looking on the outside, first of all, checking for any redness, any swelling. Some people come in with ears that are deviated because of swelling behind. And now this instrument is one of the common instruments we use. This is called an otoscope. Okay? Otoscope, auto ear, and then scope to look in. So what we tend to do is, this has a light, and then we would have a good look in the ear to see, are there any areas of infection? Could there be any areas of, injury to the eardrum? And then we will determine the proper treatment for you. Okay, so we've talked about how we can care for our ears and what to expect when you go and see your doctor. What is deafness? So deafness is defined as complete inability to hear from one or both ears. And there are various causes of deafness. This could be due to causes while the child is in the womb, in utero. It could be causes at birth, and then it could be causes after birth. So if we start from causes that could happen when the child is in the womb, it could be due to genetic causes. It could be due to maternal infections such as cytomegalovirus, rubella. Hence, we advise mothers to get vaccinated against these viral diseases, rubella. It could be causes at birth, while the child is being born, instrumentation, injury to the base of the skull, that can predispose this child to hearing loss. Then other causes include, I'll be looking at my notes, like I mentioned, chronic infections or infections that are poorly treated. Also, medication, certain antibiotics predispose us to damage to the nerves of the ears. And then also, deafness can happen as a natural part of aging, deafness due to aging, which we call presbyacusis. And then you could also have deafness due to trauma, a bang to the ear, or, trauma to the ear. So, yes, I hope I've been able to give an overview about World Hearing Day, how we can care for our ears, and what deafness is, and how we can prevent deafness. Okay, I decided, in addition to it being World Hearing Day, I decided to talk about deafness because when I was growing up and I was much younger, The lady who used to make my hair, her name is Ofako, she was deaf. And it started with deafness, and then gradually she lost her ability to speak. But the thing that really inspired me a lot about her is she was determined to have a life. She set up a stall and she was making hair. And from her, I learned a bit of um, sign communication. So I really want to appreciate all the charities who are doing a lot of work with supporting people with deafness, all the NGOs, and I will encourage us to do our bit and support um, those in our community who have hearing impairments of various types. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below, and I will catch you next time. Thank you very much.